First off, we have vacuuming floor mats. So first we're going to set this mat down on the ground. That's going to protect the mat from getting more dirty. Then we're going to take our floor mat out and we're going to undo the clips here and try to keep all the dirt on it if you can. That'll save time in vacuuming. Now we're going to shake off the mat and set it down there. Alright, now we're going to start vacuuming. When you vacuum, you should start with the bigger crevice tool to cover more area and try to work your way from one side to the other, ensuring that you don't miss any spots. Now I changed directions on the mat here. That helps you get up more of the dirt because it rubs the fibers a different way, loosening up more of the particles that are trapped inside. Now the next step on the floor mats is using a crevice tool and a side-to-side motion, making my way down the mat. The crevice tool creates more suction, allowing you to pick up more particles that are trapped deeper in the fibers. Vacuuming the floorboard is going to be very similar to vacuuming the floor mats. You're going to start with the larger crevice tool, trying to go in somewhat of a pattern to ensure that you're not missing large areas. Now I'm going to transition to the crevice tool so I can get into those smaller areas like behind the gas pedal and around the curves of the floorboard and the corners of the floorboard. You want to make sure to vacuum on either sides of the chair in those small crevices, and then also scoot the chair back so that you can vacuum underneath the chair. So going one way and then the other, as you see in the video on the floor mats, will leave a nice lined pattern for when you put the mat back in the car. Now when going over the little logos that are embroidered on the carpet, you want to be careful to be gentle with those, because if the vacuum gets caught on those, it can pull them up. So kind of pick up the vacuum as you go over them and set it down on the other side of the logo. When reinstalling the carpet, make sure that it lays flat and that it is clipped back in. When vacuuming plastics and switches, you're going to use the soft brush attachment, making sure not to bump the hard plastic part of the attachment into the windshield or any other part of the car that it could damage. It doesn't take a lot of pressure. Lightly brushing the bristles over the dusty surface will remove the bulk of the dust. When vacuuming leather, it's always a safe idea to use the brush attachment and softly brush it over the leather surface and in the cracks and seams of the leather. Some leather is quite delicate and other leather is quite tough, so you just kind of have to get a feel for the surface that you're working on, but also just be as delicate as possible anyways to ensure that you don't damage the leather. Now when switching to the crevice tool, you're going to softly run it against the seams while pressing down on the side of the seam lightly to open it up, allowing the dirt that's trapped inside to be sucked out.